Yes, Hit Squad. How you doing, guys? You all right? So, yeah, Hitman Sam the man. Good to see you guys. Want to kind of just quickly touch on going back to like the diet and stuff that we were doing. Yeah, Hitman talks types of fat that you might have in your diet at the moment that and kind of lean towards what's good and what's bad. So there's two types of fat really. You've got like saturated and unsaturated fats. Let's touch on saturated fats. Saturated fats, for example, things like fatty beef, eggs, cheese, butter, coconut oil, palm oils. Yeah, as I say eggs, I'm sure I said eggs. And then you've got unsaturated fats, which would be then you've got a couple of categories in unsaturated fats, which are you got trans fats. Definitely trans fats. We're going to talk about trans fats. Don't want to go there. But anyway, trans fats, you got polyunsaturated fats, and you've also got monounsaturated fats. I'm going to touch quickly on saturated fats and also go into trans fats, but won't go too deep, and I'll kind of maybe come on another one and do another little Hitman talks about polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated fats. Okay, so touching on like saturated fats straight away, with regards to saturated fats, are they healthy, are they not? Do they increase like your cholesterol, your good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, HDL and LDL? Well, that yeah, jury's out on that one. But again, you need to. What you need to do is obviously with anything, it's kind of like sensible eating. If you eat a lot, all of these oils, is obviously like trans fats. We're going to touch on the saturated fats are fairly healthy in the respect that yes, there's diets out there that have just saturated fats and proteins and stuff like that. And people kind of swear by them. Jury's out. There are for and against. There's research that says yes, and there's research that says no. But you have to be sensible. You have to obviously cut down. You can't be eating this like barrels full of it. Obviously, because yes, if you do not burn the calories off, then they will stay resident in the body, and then they will just obviously they can play havoc if you've got kind of too much going on in the body. Okay, so with regard to saturated fats, yes, they are good. They are good fats. But again, everything in moderation. We'll move on to trans fats because trans fats is where I want to get to. Yeah, trans fats is really want to get to because with trans fats you've got like oils, say like things like margarine, oils that go through a process, a factory process, and you want to avoid things that are heavily processed. With margarines, you've got the oils that are kind of they go through a process of hydrogenation and bleaching, as well as this hydrogenation kind of gives them a longer shelf life. Also makes them taste good, right? I used to have like things like Flora, Flora magazine, Flora margarine and stuff like that. And you think, yeah, it's great. You see it on the TV. It's got omegas in it. They add stuff to it. But when you look behind the scenes and you go into it, yeah, these things are kind of like, they are heavily processed. So now I've kind of reverted back to having butter. I don't have a lot of butter, but I have butter. More like, because I substituted that with my margarines and stopped having margarines because of the processing. These things you want to avoid. With the processing, obviously, like with the trans fats, you're going like things like, oh, people are going to hate me. Burgers, yeah, McDonald's, yeah, pizzas, cakes and stuff that's processing a lot. You're going to see a lot of these trans fats in them, and you want to avoid the trans fats because the trans fats are linked to health problems, heart disease, because it increases the bad cholesterol, which is the LDL, which I'm going to go into another little sketch about the cholesterol and break down the cholesterol. The LDL is the bad cholesterol, and it also decreases the HDL, which is the good cholesterol, and that's trans fats. So if you're having a lot of trans fats in your diet, this is the one you want to pull back on and really kind of go zero. Treats, cheat days. Because we like our fried chicken, and fried chicken has got a lot of that. I'm going to touch on monounsaturated and also polyunsaturated in another one. But guys, everything in moderation. This is what I'm trying to say. if you're frying things all day long, the calories are going to mount up. If you're using the right oils, yeah, brilliant, but you're still going to mount up those calories, okay? But yes, definitely avoid trans fats. Use better oils, olive oils, cold pressed olive oil. You got coconut oils, virgin, organic. Okay, I know it's expensive, but sometimes you're worth it. All right, guys, you take care. I'm gonna see you soon.